remember those commercials.
Do you remember?
Anyway, welcome to another week of Split Decision. Your weekly MMA podcast. We talk about all the fights coming up, all the fights that just happened, all the news, rumors, and everything that's going on in the world of mixed martial arts. Dodger Dennis, as he walks away, in the studio today to talk about everything that happened over the week. Of course, we had UFC, what was that, 230? 230 over the weekend. We have UFC Fight Night Denver going down this weekend.
Yep, exactly.
And of course, all your news.
We got tons of news going on.
Tons of news.
We got
Lots
things
of
disappearing.
Things disappearing.
People going to Asia.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to Asia.
Things reappearing.
Oh, reappearing?
It's a disappearing, reappearing act. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, big week. This is also the 25th anniversary of the UFC.
Oh, is that what it is now?
Yeah.
Huh. The official now?
I think it's
because I've been seeing 25
years for like the whole year.
Right.
Yeah. I think.
But today's officially the 25?
It might be. Actually, I thought it happened in October, but they're saying it was November.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then what are we doing?
I know it was Denver.
So what's this 25 we've been doing for the last 6 months?
Well, it's in celebration of 25 years in business.
You can only say it so long. Like these people who have like birthday months, that's bullshit.
It's the whole month, man.
That's why kids are all disenfranchised when they get old, because once you get old,
month.
Yeah, you don't have a birthday month anymore.
I mean, you could, but actually, yeah. So November 12th, 1983, I believe, was the original date for the UFC.
According to this person who filled out this Wikipedia page.
But anyway, let's jump into some news. Rick Story, you remember Rick Story fought in the UFC?
It's a great story about Story.
Went over to PFL, fought in their big tournament. Did not make it all the way through the finals. He has decided to retire.
Well, yeah, if you were at Story's level and you didn't make it through the tournament, it's time to wrap it up.
Think it's time to go?
So you think Jake Shields will follow suit?
No.
Okay.
Not for a little bit.
No?
I think he's got another season in him.
Yeah. Okay.
Rick Story says, I'm writing this to announce, he put this up on his Twitter, I'm writing this to announce my retirement from professional mixed martial arts. It's been a career of significant highs and lows, good and bad times. My goals are what drove me, and the fans are always my inspiration. For this, I thank all of you. Blah, 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 blah. You can read this whole thing on his thing. Rick Story retires.
Hey.
You say it's time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What was your favorite Rick Story moment?
Probably about 5 years ago.
That says Rock Story. Damn it.
Yeah. I think let's bring up his fight thing here.
Had some big fights. Big fights.
Yeah, the no.
Further back?
Yeah, the
when he was on his big tear. His
Yeah.
big tear when he first got to the UFC. He started UFC 99 back in 2009. Went on a small tear.
Scroll back up for a second.
Beat Johnny Hendricks, Thiago Alves.
Yeah, the Quinn Mulhern fight.
Cole Mulhern, right? Yeah, that was pretty big.
That was his last big knockout.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, like I said, and then he went over to PFL, fought there 3 times, did not make it his way through. He is going to be retiring at 31 matches, 21-10. Not a bad record. It's a good way to go out.
Yeah, well, okay. By older MMA fighters, it's not a bad record.
Yeah.
In new records, you can't have more than 3 losses.
Just know you're washed up. After
Yeah,
that.
done.
Doesn't
Look
count.
at Connor, 3 losses, he's done.
Doesn't count. Miesha Tate. His
Cormier's going to retire with what? 2 losses?
Maybe
1?
Do they count? Do they asterisk? Do they give it them back? Are they no contest?
Oh, because they happen to Hones?
Yeah. We'll get to him a little bit later too. Miesha Tate is going over to Asia. She is going to be signing on as the vice president of One Championship Fighting.
Dude, she's not only going to be the tallest woman, but she'll have the biggest breasts.
Basically, she's just going to be a brand ambassador. And most importantly for her, she gets to go back on the microphone and be a commentator.
Nice.
Are you excited to hear Miesha Tate talk about fighting again?
I don't really listen to a lot of One commentating. Most of the One that I watch is in either GIFs or highlights.
All right.
So there's usually music in the background.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about listening to Miesha try to call a fight.
No, but maybe I will listen now.
Now you'll listen.
Maybe.
Joe Buck.
So,
Yeah.
it's a good for Miesha Tate. Again, furthering her career. That was one of the biggest things she was seeking, was to make sure she could still be on TV. So she did sign that deal with One to keep commentating.
Well, it's not like she's not going to have a place to go. I mean, she could go pay to be a coach anywhere. She could open gyms. Mm-hmm. She's a partial investor still in Hustler Clubs, right?
Maybe. I don't know. You know more about that than I do.
Okay.
Moving on from there, Copa Combate is having their
At the Copa Combate.
They're having their
You
Copa
get
Combate
punched in
Cup
the face.
2.
You may hit with the mace.
This will be going down.
It can happen.
It could happen. This will be going down December 7th. This will be on DAZN, if you get DAZN. Also on Univision in Spanish.
I think it's called DAZN.
DAZN? DAZN.
I
D-A-Z-N.
think it's DAZN.
Yeah, it's DAZN. It's sports DAZN, but it's DAZN. DAZN is going to be hosting this. It's going to be a one-man.
I'm watching the DAZN. Leave it alone.
One night, 8-man tournament, featherweight tournament for $100,000. And this amazing trophy.
We're waiting for confirmation to whether you get the stand
I
or
want to know
not.
if you get this.
If
or
you
do
get the stand
just the
or
trophy.
just the trophy.
They're saying it's the world's largest trophy.
No, is it bigger than the
Stanley?
Stanley?
That's what I want to know. I mean, if you include this, definitely. With that, it's possible. I think Stanley's like only up to there, maybe. I mean, I know that's to scale if you can see my hand on the screen. It's about this big.
Yeah. And on the same screen, the Stanley takes up about the same size as his hand.
Yeah, just say it. Just say it.
Just for reference.
This will be going down in Fresno. So if you're in the Central Valley area and you want to go to Copa Combate, make sure you check that out. Again, I think tickets are on sale. It's airing December 7th. It'll be live. One man. This is like old school UFC, man. One man wins one night, 8-man tournament.
No shit. What's
3
happening?
fights in one night.
Josh LaCour, he's probably in some weird country watching us. He's in the military and he's always on the move, but he finds us somehow.
Finds us somehow.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, bud.
So, yeah, Copa Combate. Check them out. Don't be racist like the guy who was constantly accusing everybody of for not covering. We were covering your sport. We're covering your event.
Right. Well,
We're
I
not
mean,
racist.
why does people? I still didn't understand the angle of that. You're gonna scare people into covering your sport by saying if you don't, you're a racist. Sounds like the Democrat Party. Just saying.
Titan FC has re-signed with Fightpass.
Yeah, I haven't had a problem with this. And they're admittedly a feeder league.
Yeah,
so they have great fights going on. It comes with your package. We still don't know what else is coming with our package.
Yeah, we're still working on with the whole ESPN thing. But yeah, Titan FC started back at Titan FC 34. We're now moving on to Titan FC 51. So it's been a while. Since 2015, they've been on Fight Pass. They are now also going to be offering, Lex McMahon, the CEO here, said that they're going to be offering combat jiu-jitsu starting next year.
What is that exactly?
I'm interested in that. So combat jiu-jitsu is where you're allowed to strike, but only with open hands.
Oh, so the palm strikes.
Palm strikes, yeah.
So a lot of the shit like we've seen in Pride.
A little bit like Pride, kind of like Pancrase was only open-handed when they were on the ground, or excuse me, to the
Matt
head.
Yonen's in the studio, so if you hear somebody in the background, it's Matt Yonen. We tried to get him in the front, and he was like, hell no, but he's here.
But yeah, so Eddie Bravo was, I think, one of the first ones to kind of come up with this concept, and they did an event over at the Eddie Bravo Invitational, but now they're going to have Titan FC is going to be taking it up. And again, offering it on, and it will be on Fight Pass. So that's pretty cool, man. I'm excited. And again, a lot of these guys that start in Titan end up going to the UFC, especially having the relationship that UFC and Fight Pass have.
So
and UFC or Titan and Fight Pass have.
So I'm wondering if we're going to see a lot more people go from the development, or what's it called now, the G-velopment.
Are you talking about like basketball?
No, well, no.
G League?
No. What? Right. But what are they calling it in the UFC? Because Dana White says that he picks people up from the Tuesday Night Contender
Yeah,
Series,
it's development series.
and then they go into the development series,
Yeah.
and so then Titan will be the next step if you're not quite ready.
I don't know. I think, they've pulled a lot of guys directly from Titan as it is. They watch the cards. They hear about guys that are up and coming. They talk to the CEOs. They talk to the presidents, the matchmakers, and who they think are ready to move on. I mean, they did something with, Legacy Fighting Alliance. Those guys all took, basically said, we are a stepping stone to the UFC. The UFC comes and watches our fights and picks the best guys and, moves them up to the major cards, puts them on Fight Pass and puts them on undercards of the UFC. So I don't necessarily think you're going to have to go to Tuesday Night Contender Series, then Titan. I think it's pretty much just now they have multiple places they can pull fighters from.
Yeah, because it's a great promotion to watch, and I mean it's a hard sell to some people because you tell anybody anything other than the UFC. I mean, even Bellator right now is a hard sell for people. So, but I tell a lot of people if you watch Titan once,
yeah,
I mean,
They put on quality fights,
Yeah,
man.
you're going to come back to watch again. And again, I know I'm kind of the sucker too because I'm saying the same thing about PFL.
Yeah. But I mean, I like again, anytime you can get together and watch more fights, it's always a good thing. So having Fight Pass, making sure Titan stays at Fight Pass, that makes me excited as a Fight Pass user. Again, they'll also have another event, Titan FC 51, going down December 21st. That's going to be in Kazakhstan. I think it's the first time they're going to have a show out of Kazakhstan. Pretty cool.
See, and unlike a lot of promotions, this one says it's going to have one out of the country, and it'll really happen.
It'll actually happen. And I believe 2 title fights will be on that Kazakhstan card. They're going to do one for the interim belt at lightweight and one for the vacant flyweight belt. So pretty cool.
Check it out.
Speaking of the flyweights there are big, strong rumors that TJ Dillashaw is going to move down in weight to 125 pounds for a super fight against Henry Cejudo.
So he won the fight then.
I think he won. He
was
the
the squeaker of the 2 wheels.
Yeah.
For anybody who didn't know what was going on, the first time that this was set up, Cejudo was going to put on the weight and go fight.
Well, this was originally started back with Demetrius Johnson.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But once Cejudo got the belt, Cejudo was going to put on the weight and
move
go
up to 135.
and challenge at 135 for the possible belt. TJ didn't think that was fair.
He should be getting a chance. He shouldn't have to give up his belt, basically.
He wanted the chance to be the champ.
The double champ.
And Cejudo had just won his belt, and he didn't feel that he deserved the chance to be champ, even though ideally they both just got their belts.
Yeah, very true.
Right?
Very true. And also to go along with this whole thing, this has been rumored this whole week and we talked about this actually last week when Nick was here, that the UFC is thinking about closing the flyweight division. The 125 division is going to be gone.
I don't think there's any
now that DJ left, and now that Cejudo's there. Cejudo said he didn't have a problem with it last week when we were talking about it, when we were reading some statements from him. And he was basically saying that, it's probably a done deal when I fight TJ. Well, now it's a little strange that TJ's coming down to fight for the flyweight belt that they're going to vacate.
It's not that strange. That if he loses, then they're going to cast away Cejudo too.
I don't know if they'll cast away Cejudo. I think he's still going to stick around. I think he has the chance to move up. But there are fighters that are saying that the closure has already started. We have Shorty Rock, Jose Shorty Rock Torres, basically saying that he was one of the first ones to go, that they told him that he's done. We're not even giving him a chance. There's another fighter too that say they're not even giving them a chance to move up to 135. They're not even saying, hey, we're closing your division. You either move to 135 or we got to let you go. They're not even giving that option. They're just saying, we're closing your division. So he still had a fight left on his contract, and 2 fights left, and they're just basically cutting him out.
But he will get paid.
I'm sure. They have to pay him for at least the contract fights.
Right.
Yeah. But still, that kind of sucks to have your contract cut and not be, in my opinion, to be given the chance to move up. I think anybody that's in the 125 pound weight class, they should say, look,
don't cry foul. Nobody cried foul for Leslie Smith.
We have 135. Right? We have a 135 pound weight class. If you want to move up, you can move up. Otherwise, we don't have a weight class for you.
Hey, Leslie Smith. Nobody cried for her.
What do you mean?
They just let her go.
Yeah, but she had no. There's a difference.
She had a fight left.
Doesn't matter.
The fight didn't happen.
They
paid her out. We said bye, Leslie.
This is different. This is a division closing down.
But there's still a weight class for her.
But there's not a weight class for these guys. That's what I'm saying. These guys should be given the opportunity to move to another weight class. Not just.
So should Leslie.
If she wasn't on a fighting losing streak.
Some of these guys are on fighting.
This guy's not.
He's not. Oh.
This guy, but not that guy. But maybe one guy.
Let's cast lots. Let's find out. We'll find out.
Moving on from there. Announced kind of semi, I think that they're talking about this. Ben Askren kind of put it on his Twitter, so I would assume it's going through. Ben Askren,
so it's legit.
It might be legit. Ben Askren, which by the way, Dana White unblocked Ben Askren on Twitter, so that's a good step forward with that. They're best friends again.
He had to because Askren put him on blast. He's all, it's time to unblock me, boss.
Buddy. Come on. Anyway, Ben Askren is going to be fighting Robbie Lawler at UFC 233 January 26th in Anaheim. This is per Dana White. Contracts are not signed 100%, but they are working to get it finalized. A lot of jokes going around that he got Robbie Lawler, one of the only guys he did not call out.
Right. And so he was like, which one did Ben not ask for?
Yeah.
Well, he never said nothing about Lawler. Book it. Book it. Lawler, him, happening.
What do you think about this fight? Are you excited for this one?
Very.
Do you think Askren just walks through Lawler?
I don't know. That's why I'm so
excited about it.
Yeah.
Lawler's got heavy hands, and he does have good defensive wrestling. He always has.
I don't care what you have wrestling.
I mean, it's not
Ben
gonna be
Askren.
It's not going to be Ben Askren's level, but he does have good defensive wrestling. He was part of that whole, Bettendorf, Iowa situation back in the days of Matt Hughes, Jens Pulver.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he was on that team.
What I do want to see...
That was the Militech camp, right? Yeah, Militech
do want to
camp.
see at least once or twice is Ben to eat some knees trying to shoot.
Or a big punch.
You think? Like an undercut or something?
Yeah, dude, he throws some heavy hands.
Oh, no. Lawler's got short arms.
He's got short arms.
I don't see him.
You tell it to him.
No, that's just that's just like when we seen Matt Hughes. I was like, dude, he's not that tall. Everybody at the press corps, you tell him. Like,
No, I'm going to sit back here. He just looks not that tall from over there.
I need no short dude whooping my ass. I don't need that at all.
Don't need that one bit. Jon Jones, back in the news. This week,
he's back in places he shouldn't even be.
That's what we're going to talk about. This week, Jon Jones has re-entered the UFC rankings after not having fought since 2017 and still hasn't fought. He is going to be fighting very soon at UFC 232 at the end of the year. However, after every UFC event, we talk about this with the rankings. The UFC gives you, if you're a voting member, there's 14 of you, which we'll list them here in a minute. They give
you're going on blast.
They give you a list of fighters that are eligible for every weight class, and you are supposed to rank them. You don't have to rank them as far as moving them up and down. You can leave your original rankings.
They haven't fought. Don't move them.
You can leave your original rankings as they were, but 10 out of the 14 members of this voting panel have decided that since Jon Jones is eligible for rankings again, even though he has not fought since 2017,
right,
they would put him back in the rankings. He is now the number 1 ranked light heavyweight fighter on the UFC roster behind DC.
It is what it is.
He is also the number 3 pound for pound fighter in the UFC.
You know what? At number 8, Conor McGregor's still on there. He's not even in the top 15.
So this is Jon Jones gets put above Alexander Gustafsson, even though they both haven't fought an equal amount of time. Jon Jones was not eligible due to all of his legal battles. He is now eligible again. They immediately put him up there. Anthony Smith, who just won his fight in big fashion, gets bumped down from number 2 to number 3 just because Jon Jones re-enters the rankings, even though he hasn't fought. So once again, all these guys right here, the 14 of you, can follow them on Twitter. Go ahead and give them a like. Tell them what you think about these rankings.
Pause it, zoom in on it. Check it out, man.
Yeah, it's on our Facebook. You can check that out.
They're going to block you.
They have me multiple times.
It happens, man.
The thing that I don't understand is that how could you move a guy in rankings if he hasn't fought? I understand that he's eligible. I have no problem with him being eligible again since he's about to fight. I don't think you should move him into the rankings until after he fights, if he has not fought in 2 years. Now, I understand they're trying to create a great infographic for when him and Gus fight at the end of the year so they can say the number 1 pound for pound, the number 1 ranked. If he wasn't on there, it would look really funny that Gustafsson in ranked number 2 and a non-ranked Jon Jones is at number bottom. You know what I mean? I would get it. It would look funny on the screen.
Who does it look funny to, though? Because all of us know that any rankings that go up are bullshit.
You can't take away that Jon Jones is a great fighter.
No, I can't.
With or without steroids. You can't take away that Jon Jones is a great talent. But I do think that you do need to keep the rankings somewhat legit. I mean, they're talking about this whole,
but it's just like trying to keep fighting legit by doing drug testing. And then we do drug testing and then people pop for drugs. And then we say, well, you can't really. Dude, you asked for the drug testing to make your sport legit. Now you're not recognizing the drug testing that you wanted to make your sport legit.
Yeah.
And you don't even make your rankings legit because you got Conor McGregor at number 8. He lost to a number 5 who smokes weed all the time. And then he lost to a guy who wrestles bears. And not even like a possible may have went McGregor way fashion. McGregor never even won a round. I went back. That third one you guys are talking about, he didn't win that round. Go watch it. 30 seconds by 30 seconds. Give the point. That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah. I do think that this needs to be reevaluated. You got half
those people need to be taken off.
Yeah, that don't even represent the companies that they say they represent anymore. Half of them, like Wrestling Observer here, don't even cover MMA like they're supposed to anymore. There's a lot of things that are going wrong with the rankings.
It's like if you don't. No, I don't want to get into that whole parent basement thing. Never mind. Never mind. Oh yeah, I forgot to put on my zit cream.
Moving on from there,
Huh?
a fight that got announced for UFC Fight Night.
I don't know what this is, but there's something going on.
This is a January 19th ESPN Plus. Their first exclusive card for ESPN Plus will be featuring
I thought this was gonna be on ESPN XXX.
Paige Van Zandt against Rachel Ostovich. Somewhere Rich Trias is very happy right now. We got his mango squeeze up there up on the screen. And I think almost every male fight fan was like this after the announcement of this fight.
Just a regular in and out, not a double.
Again, this is every male fight fan after this fight was announced. And we'll probably be signing up for ESPN Plus at least for the 30-day free trial.
Oh, yeah.
To watch the fight over and over again.
Wait, now that I thought about it, 12 email addresses, 12 free trials. I think we got it.
Think you can handle it?
We're good.
Think you can do it? If you want to find out what also is going to be on ESPN Plus, they have announced the full schedule. There are 6 cards in the first 3 months. They're going to be on ESPN Plus only. So that's 6 cards that I don't know what the fuck to talk to you guys about because I won't get a chance to watch them.
Yeah, and the other sad thing about this schedule right here is they told us that they were going to start limiting the pay-per-views to maybe quarterly. This graphic does not show that. This shows one a month again.
I was okay with 12 pay-per-views a year. I was not okay with 24 pay-per-views a year. It got a little ridiculous. One a month, I could get my friends together, we could watch it, be all excited.
Since you've gone to $70, every other month. If you want to go month to month, let's go back to $45.
I can do 50.
I'm gonna need 5.
55?
No, you just give me $5.
70, whether it's HD or not.
Yeah. HD, I think, they need to figure that shit out. Moving on from there.
So let's think about this. So then I'm at least once every 3 months. I got 70 for a pay-per-view. I'm gonna be 20 in the whole monthly for Fight Pass and
ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus.
Yep. Don't forget Dawson.
Come on, people. How rich do you think MMA fans are? There's got to be.
It's the number 1 growing sport in the world, sir.
I understand that.
WWE fans.
It's the number 1 growing sport in the world.
Somebody else has got to offer all of them together for one great price.
That used to be Fight Pass.
Well, no. There's one on Amazon called Gears, then you can get them all. But that's
Really?
that's something else altogether.
Moving on from there, more fallout from UFC 229. UFC 229 obviously was when we had this great big brawl with Conor's camp and Khabib's camp. Nevada State Athletic Commission says that not only are Conor and Khabib in trouble, they're at least going after 3 other fighters. Actually, I believe they're going after Dylan Danis, Subara Tukarov, Abu Akbar Nurmagomedov for sure.
That's Abubakar.
Abu Bakbar. Abu Bakbar. Nurmagomedov.
Okay.
All of these guys are fighters, and they are all going to be basically having to deal with this situation in the Nevada State Athletic Commission as they are going through with all the tapes and the discussions and find out who caused what and who did what and who should be arrested and not arrested, or fined and not fined, suspended and not suspended.
Can they not come to the UFC and say, you have to be part of this too? You
were fucking responsible.
Yeah, you have to
showing.
You have to suspend
Conor
some people.
A thing through a bus as part of your promos, which then enraged everybody. No, they can't.
Payouts since the fight? Are they still withholding?
They have given Conor got all of his, even though Nevada State Athletic Commission's like, shit, I wish we saw all the footage before we gave him his money, because we would have at least held. They have still withheld $1 million from Khabib Nurmagomedov.
And Khabib said, keep the $1 million. I'm not coming back to court.
I'm not coming back
didn't do
anyway.
Nothing wrong.
I don't even want to come in court.
Because Putin came and gave him like 8. You know he did. Thanks for telling the Irish how it was.
The big news of this week was that Floyd Mayweather was in Japan at a Ryzen press conference announcing some sort of special bout for their New Year's Eve card against Tenshin Nasukawa, who is a 27-0 kickboxer.
So let's stop there. See this picture?
Yep.
He's obviously on board for something.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
He is on board.
This is Exhibit A.
This is Exhibit A. They were basically announcing this bout. They said it would be under special rules, which a lot of people thought maybe an exhibition bout similar to Antonio Inoki against Muhammad Ali back in the day, where Muhammad Ali was allowed to punch. Inoki wasn't allowed to kick unless he was on the ground, so he laid on his back and kicked the shit out of his legs.
So this is no surprise to anybody. This is something that has been done before.
This has been done before. They said it could be a exhibition 3-round to 4-round boxing match. They didn't really say. They just said it would be under special rules on pay-per-view on New Year's Eve card for Rizin.
Floyd lets this go for 48 hours.
They posted pictures. They took all this thing. They did a press conference, yada, yada.
So this is happening for 48 hours.
Floyd then says on his Instagram, now that I'm back in the United States on U.S. soil, after a long, disappointing trip to Tokyo, I have time to address this to my fans and the media in regard to the event. I, first and foremost, want to be clear that I, Floyd Mayweather, first of all, for a fact he didn't type this, but
I'm sitting here thinking the same thing.
Never agreed to an official bout with Tenshin Nasukawa. In fact, with all due respect, I've never heard of him until my recent trip to Japan. Ultimately, I am asked to participate in a 9-minute exhibition of 3 rounds with an opponent selected by the Rising Fighting Federation. I was originally informed by Brett Johnson of One that this was to be an exhibition put on for a small group of wealthy spectators for a very, very large fee. This exhibition was previously arranged as special bout, purely for entertainment purposes with no intention to be an official card or televised worldwide. Once I arrived at the press conference, my team and I were completely derailed by the direction the event was going, and we should have put a stop to it immediately. I want to sincerely apologize to my fans for misleading information announced during the press conference, and I can assure you that I too was completely blindsided. For this, he doesn't know what that means. For the sake of several fans and attendees that flew in from all parts of the world to attend this press conference, I was hesitant to create a huge disturbance by combating what was being said, and therefore I am truly sorry. I am a retired boxer that earns money and earns an impressive amount of money. He doesn't know what impressive it is. Globally for appearances, speaking engagements, and small exhibitions. So basically, and then the rumors are he was on a plane and someone's like, do you know who you're fucking fighting? Look at these videos. Look at these videos. He's gonna fucking whoop your ass. He's like, I didn't agree to that.
Yeah. Yeah, especially once you see that the guy has actually used boxing gloves and there's actually a history of him fighting, not just people talking about him fighting when he was young.
Yeah, this guy, he was legit. What was even funnier is that Conor McGregor got drunk and got on his Twitter and was ranting and raving, and it looked like a scene out of Rush Hour 5.
He's like, yeah, mate,
and that was Jackie Chan and blah, blah, blah. Tenshin,
which was extremely racist.
Tenshin was like, I'm not Jackie Chan. I'm a legit kickboxer, da-da-da-da, like.
And everybody can understand the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Unlike yourself, sir.
No, he knows what's coming out of his mouth. He just can't
Nobody
spell
else can understand what's coming out.
They can't spell it.
So it was pretty crazy. We still don't know what's going to happen with that. Rizin has yet to say anything.
Well, they're probably dumbfounded because they were like, we shook hands. So shaking hands doesn't mean nothing.
We're sending the Yakuza.
Not with TNT, but yeah.
Do you remember Dream and Pride was owned by them? By the way,
what's the Yoshikawas or...
the Yakuza.
The Yakuza, yeah.
Yeah, by the way, Pride at one time had signed Mike Tyson to fight in a couple bouts, but that never ended up happening. So this is something that is purely...
I doubt it was because he pussed out.
No,
I bet
purely
it was the other way around.
Purely Japanese MMA style. I was not surprised when they said that Floyd was going to go over there under some sort of special bout rules. A lot of people were like, man, Japanese MMA, just going all Japanese MMA on us again. But I was excited to see actually what was going to happen. It's too bad that Floyd's pussing out. Moving on from there.
Not pussing out. It was never scheduled.
Oh, it was never scheduled.
He was supposed to fight on a small stage in front of wealthy people.
Yeah, that's right. Moving on from there, one championship fight had happened, I think, this morning. That's how early it was. This is going down in Asia. This was their one championship, Heart of the Lion event. The big news to go on there is that Kevin Bellington defeated Bibiano Fernandez. Bibiano Fernandez was the one championship, I'm trying to remember what, bantamweight champion. He has not lost since 2011.
Impressive.
Pretty impressive. Actually, I'd take that back. 2010 on New Year's Eve. But 2011, basically, he has not lost. He did lose a split decision.
That's a lot of fights, and there's only like 1 or 2 rubber matches.
Oh, yeah. He's He's fought quite a bit.
That's legit.
Yeah, I would like to see Bibiano get a rematch. Again, this was a split decision, which means it was very close. You could check that out on One Championship. There's
that cat had a lot of finishes too.
Oh yeah, Bibiano's no joke, man. I was excited.
I'm just saying.
At one
I'm
point,
just starting to really get into ONE FC. It's hard.
At one point, the UFC was going to sign this guy after Dream, and then it went back and forth, and one offered him more money, and he went to one.
I mean, I don't think a lot of people realize how much stuff. Because everybody's like, how come you don't talk about this? I'm like, because we talk about this, and this.
There's a lot of MMA.
There's a lot of stuff.
UFC,
You can't believe you don't know so-and-so. It's like, never mind. I'm
sorry.
You're right. I'm sorry.
UFC 230 happened over the weekend. Get a chance to watch this. It was on pay-per-view.
Yes. Yeah.
Have a nice little party. Have everybody over.
No.
You went to somebody's
our
house?
host got the cold.
Started to die.
He got the blue lung.
Starting off on Fight Pass, though.
But yeah, I did end up seeing him, where you see him.
Where you can see him. Hey, me too. Marco Rogerio de Lima defeated Adam Weisgerek. Shane Burgos defeated Kurt Holloway. Matt Frevola defeated Lando Venata. That was all on Fight Pass. Moved on from there, we have on Fox Sports 1, Lyman Good defeated Ben Saunders with a knockout. Quick turnaround for Ben Saunders. Do you think he should have taken a fight that quick on that short of notice?
No, it's completely obvious.
I mean, obviously, because he got knocked out. Shimon Moraes take on Julio Arce in a split decision. Sahara Eubanks.
Chunky A.
Sahara Eubanks defeats Roxanne Modafferi, the unanimous decision. I think we talked about this before the show. Roxanne starts off very strong.
Yeah.
And just kind of faded a little bit. And it was a little surprising to me. Yeah, I mean, it really wasn't, but it was.
Yeah. And then, like I said,
did like the shoulder check-in though. She was moving with her shoulders
and
back
the
and forth,
crawling,
with the legs
crawling
up,
on her back,
crawling on her back, using that jiu-jitsu defensively, very, very well. I was impressed.
She's going to make a great instructor, a great coach, because she has everything there, but the tenacity.
Yeah, she's the happy warrior, man.
No, I understand, and there's a couple times, we've seen a couple times where she's actually got angry.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
I don't know because
still smiling.
Yeah.
Jordan Rinaldi gets the win over Jason Knight. And then jumping on to your main card, the Stylebender, Israel Adesanya, defeats Derek Brunson with TKO, knees and punches.
So then I'm down one. So I'm down one now.
There was multiple knees and punches he was hitting him with, too. I mean, he was just... They're saying Stylebender's the next big thing, that he's one shot away from a title shot there in middleweight. I would be very excited to see something like that. Would you like to see him against Anderson Silva?
I don't know, but the same people were telling me Conor McGregor's the next best thing since sliced bread.
Would you like to see Stylebender against Anderson Silva?
Yeah, yes and no, because if he beats him, then they're going to be like, oh, he's that good and everything. But Anderson Silva's, the old gray mare ain't what it used to be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, ideally, again, we're going to do some of the MMA math. If we could have him fight Anderson Silva 5 years ago, I think that would be a better fight.
All right. Carl Robertson gets the win over Jack Marshman. You called this one Jared Cannonier over David Branch.
Right. Just like I thought.
David Branch go back to PFL?
No. I don't think you think it was that bad of a loss?
I mean, it wasn't overly
I don't understand
impressive.
how you can sing somebody's praises last week and now you're sending them to PFL.
Because
you're harsh.
I'll say this. David Branch didn't make it very well in the UFC, went to World Series of Fighting before PFL, did great, became a 2-champ guy, and I was like, well, I mean, it's because he's in World Series of Fighting. And then he came back and he was hit and miss throughout his UFC right now, and now, I think he needs to go back.
Yeah. So, I mean, what do you think of Cannonier about the weight drop and how he's gone from being all flabby to...
I think he looks good. I'm not sold on him to be 100% the go guy. He's not, in my opinion. I think he goes up against Stylebender and he loses. They're in the same weight class. I think he loses the top guys.
Right. Okay. Now that's a fight I'd like to see.
Yeah. I can see that one. All right.
Right. And then the next one,
Jacare Ronaldo Souza
called this too.
Defeated Chris Weidman with a knockout.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said
he got very angry.
Jacare was going to sleep him, and he slept him.
Very angry at the ref, by the way. He walked over to him and was like, he's not moving very well. And then you could see Weidman was like, oh shit, feet. And he's like, do I have to hit him? He just realized I was here.
But didn't he also grab the referee's feet?
Yeah, afterwards.
Right.
Yeah, after he kind of
still didn't know where he
out and was like, fuck, man, I didn't want to have to hit him twice. Like, that's bullshit. How do you feel about Weidman, man? Do you think on the slow...
I feel the same way today as I felt last weekend.
Slow decline?
It's not a slow decline.
You think it's fast decline?
Yeah.
All right.
You're running low.
Oh, no. You got to get through this. Daniel Cormier gets the win over Derek Lewis in the second round with a rear naked choke. Daniel Cormier played it safe. The only thing I did not like was Daniel Cormier walking around being like, Huh? You guys surprised? Huh?
No, we weren't.
we're fucking not. You played
No,
it
we're-
safe and you did
right.
what everyone said you were going to do.
Right.
Stop it.
Even though I called Derek Lewis last week, everybody knew that
God.
Derek Lewis was going to lose. I took him as a long shot.
That's the part that upset me, was him being like,
To celebrate that you beat the guy that you handpicked to beat. and again,
And then it calls out Brock Lesnar
I'm
again.
not saying that Derek Lewis is a can or
No.
anything, but he even said himself at the end of the last fight, my fat ass needs to get into the gym and work on my cardio.
yep.
Which he did.
And then they're like,
He
Yeah.
looked better.
yeah.
He looked better, but man, poor Derek Lewis. That's all I gotta say. No, because of the way DC acted.
He still don't care.
Yeah, he probably don't.
He's
He's
showed
got Popeyes for life. He
Like
don't
you
give a
got
fuck.
like we had said off camera
He got
last week,
Popeyes for
he
life.
showed up for a paycheck.
Yeah.
Maybe his balls were too cold this time.
Yeah. He showed
You've
up for
been
a
using
paycheck.
that ball wash. God. Shouldn't have been using the ball wash. Should have just let it be hot.
Yeah, he showed up for a paycheck and the possibility to throw a big swing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have a bare knuckle boxing match this weekend. This is World
Card subject to change.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Federation. This is an offshoot of Bare Knuckle Boxing Championships. I guess the rumors are
WBKFF.
that one of the original or the two partners who started Bare Knuckle Boxing here in the United States split and decided they got in an argument over whatever, and they decided to do their own thing, even though they're still doing the same thing. Two separate organizations. This one is now. The president of this one is Boss Rutan. He signed on as the president. I'm hoping that he looks into the...
Isn't Boss Rutan still part of PFL too?
He is a commentator over at PFL, yeah. But he's actually got some ownership stake in this, I think.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that he looks into the company and kind of writes some of the things that people were talking about online.
know
However,
why?
your main event will be Crippler Lieben against the New York Badass Phil Baroni.
Remember, John, you had a chance to fish with this guy and you turned it down.
Big Rig Hendricks, Johnny Hendricks, is now fighting Dakota Cochran in the co-main event. Christina Marks against Yasmin Clarkson.
Where can we watch this at?
It's on pay-per-view.
Damn it.
Yep, got to get
Can't
pay-per-view.
wait to watch the gifs of Johnny Hendricks getting knocked out.
This is the Rise of the Titans. This will be the World Bare Knuckle Fighting Federation 1.
And I hope when Dakota punches him, he says shit like 70%, 70%, 35%.
And moving on from there, we have UFC Fight Night Denver, aka UFC Fight Night 139. 2 years shy of the original UFC 1 anniversary, 25th anniversary in Denver. Fight Pass starts off Mark De La Rosa, yes, against Joby Sanchez, Joseph Morales against Eric Shelton. Then over to Fox Sports 1, where you can catch the entirety of the rest of the card. Devontae Smith, and it's gone. I have nothing.
You have nothing?
I have nothing. It's gone.
Look it up on your phone.
All the fights just went away in front of me.
And you don't bring a power cord, huh?
No, not anymore. Why do I need to do that? It's not like my laptop's going to die. Technical difficulties.
We're looking some stuff up right now. Well, you know what? Now's a good time. If you're just sitting there watching, go to searchschool.com. Type in our Split Decision MMA and check out our shirts. You know, they're pretty nice. If you buy a bundle, you get them for a cheaper price. Is that true? I don't know if that's true.
It might be true.
It could be true.
Boom! Back on!
We're back on.
Devontae Smith going against Juliana Rosa. Davi Ramos going up against John Gunther. Let's see if I can turn it like that so it looks more professional.
I still can't see it.
Chaz Kelly going up against Bobby Moffitt, and Ashley Yoder going up against Amanda Cooper. Again, this is all going down on Fox Sports 1. That is your prelims.
I am excited about the Amanda Cooper fight.
Are you?
Yeah.
How excited are you?
Half a chub.
Moving on from there on your main card, still on Fox Sports 1. Don't have to change the channel or buy a pay-per-view. Mike Trezano.
That's bullshit. If there's any other sport going on, you're going to Fox Sports 2. Just letting you know ahead of time.
Mike Trezano going up against Luis Pena. Macy Barber going up against Hannah Cyphers. Benel Del Rouge going up against Tiago Moises. Raquel Pennington coming in 2 pounds overweight. Going up against Jermaine Durandame. What's she been doing lately?
Ducking people.
Moving on to your co-main, Donald the Cowboy Cerrone going against Mike.
The Indian?
The Indian. The Platinum Indian Perry. right? Something like that.
I don't know.
The weigh-ins were ridiculous. Mike Perry flexing at him, laughing, flexing at everybody, running off, and Cerrone's just like, I don't know.
I hope that after this fight and Platinum loses, that Mahaj Juju, the guy who's been doing the funny cartoons for McGregor, I hope he does a Red Dead parody.
Red Dead Redemption parody.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
that'd be good.
And of course, your main event, since Mr. Frankie Edgar had to pull out of the fight, we have the Korean zombie Chang Young-sung, which, by the way, if you go down San Modesto, you can see a giant mural of him.
Right.
Anyway, he is fighting Yair Rodriguez in your main event.
This is, in my opinion, this is a bad matchup for the Korean zombie.
You think so?
Yair's really strong.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't think Korean zombie's strong?
I think he's fast.
You want to tell him that to his face?
No.
right.
Why am I telling people to their face?
It's funnier. I got Korean zombie all day.
If you buy me one of those bomb suits, I'll say all the shit to a fighter's
Or like
face.
the big foam
big-
suits
yeah.
where the
train-
dogs
that
attack.
they train dogs with, or women's self-defense too, huh?
You get kicked. Yeah. Do it.
I can feel his teeth.
Speaking of Shirtsicle, just was trying to get while we were distracted over here, go to shirtsicle.com. That's Shirtsicle with an S, not a cycle, not a sickle, but Shirtsicle.
Like popsicle, but shirts.
Slash SDMMA, pick up yourself one of the Fight Night Chill shirts. You got one of those.
I do.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. You can pick
Yeah,
one
actually,
up.
just go to Shirtsicle. Buy some shirts.
Buy some shirts.
You can find some stuff you like. There's a cool Wu-Tang one for some
It's
My MMA News.
Wu-Tang.
It's
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
And of course, you can always check us out everywhere podcasts are broadcast because you're already watching, right?
Yeah,
you tell me not to keep mentioning it. I like to mention it. Also, get yourself a strong board. Dennis was going to start on a strong board, and he decided against it.
Yeah, I'm not
I, on the other hand, still on the strong board, making me nice and strong. Strongboardbalance.com.
You slowly work out of your sock.
I know. I don't like wearing shoes on these things anyway.
You're not a big fan of shoes.
No,
period.
I don't even want to wear socks, but you kind of have to.
You don't like pants. You don't like shoes.
Yeah, I'm always in shorts.
I'm just glad he wears a shirt.
Or that I even have shorts and not just no pants.
I walked in some weird Buffalo Bill dance earlier. I didn't know what was going on. And I was like, no, Brandon, I would not do you. No.
I was on the strong board, though. It looked pretty good.
It did.
I had the sway. Also, make sure you check out Dependable Solutions if you take credit cards and you need to save up to 70% on your credit card. Transaction fees, processing fees, and everything else fees.
Yeah, and
check out dependablesolutions.com.
70% you can save. And also, I was told we can't say if you use plastic, because apparently plastic is another word for some type of drug on the street.
We didn't say plastic. I said credit cards.
I know. Just telling you.
That is it for your week in MMA.
Come from SinCal Industries.
SinCal Studios.
SinCal
Here in
Studios.
Central Valley, you get yourself a tattoo, get yourself a piercing, pick up some nice water paraphernalia.
Or just a good stick of incense.
Yeah, they do have that as well.
They have it all.
Come down here and you can always watch our show live every Friday. That is it from Split Decision this week. You have a good night. We'll see you at the fights. Boo-boo-doo-doo.
2 bits and a haircut.
Still made it on time, just no laptop.